Have you ever generated an image that looked almost perfect, but then you noticed an extra limb, a blurry face, or colors that look like a neon sign gone wrong? It's frustrating, isn't it? You follow the steps, you hit generate, and the AI gave you, well, a mess. Today, I'm going to show you the 5 biggest reasons your AI art looks off and exactly how to fix it so your Etsy shop stays full of high-quality designs.
So mistake number 1 is the vague trap. So being too vague in your prompt. So if you just prompt something like a beautiful flower, the AI has to guess what beautiful means to you. So whatever beautiful means to you could not be beautiful to somebody else. So you're not really explaining exactly what you want. So beautiful is a vague word. Replace words like beautiful or pretty to what I would call texture words. So instead of saying beautiful, say with intricate watercolour layers, or a flower with velvety petals and dewdrops. So that is the subject. So we don't just want a beautiful flower, because you're going to get something very generic like this, and it's just a photo of any old flower and probably not what I really wanted. Okay, so we go into mistake number 2. And mistake number 2 is when you're forgetting where your art is going. So if you're making some clip art, or say a junk journal tag, and you want to be able to remove it from the background, you don't want a busy background like this one here, because the AI art background remover might get confused between the background and the foreground, and you won't get a clean removal of the background. So, and also if you were trying to cut this out, it might be a little bit difficult, particularly if the background is busy and it's a similar colour to the foreground. So you always need to, if you want to be able to remove it from the background, you always need to say that you want it isolated on a flat white background. You always need to add that to your prompt. However, in Artistly, we don't need to do this, because we can just come in and we can actually go to AI Design Agents. You may not be able to see this, so up the top you click on AI Design Agents, and then on the far left you'll see clip art. So in here it's already made to generate clip art, and it will automatically remove the background, but some AI art generators don't have that, so you would have to add that in. Okay, so now we come to mistake number 3, and this is the aspect ratio muddle. So the mistake number 3 is using the wrong aspect ratio. So if you wanted, say, a tall bookmark, but the AI generator is producing a square, such as a 1-to-1 ratio, you're going to lose all of the detail or the quality if you're trying to crop it, or your edges are going to be cut off. So for instance, if I wanted to, this is a square, and if I wanted it to be say a 2-to-3 ratio or a tall ratio, when I come in to crop my image, I'm going to crop it to a tall ratio, so we're going to lose half the image. It's going to be cut off. So it's always better to create your image in the ratio that you want it in the first place. So in Artistly, you can choose your ratio before you create your image. And in other illustrators, in other AI art generators, you might want to add in the aspect ratio on the end. For instance, 2:3 or 3:4 or 3:2 if it's landscape, and then you will get the correct dimensions. Okay, so mistake number 4 is the blurry print blues. So this is a big one because your art might look really great on your phone or your laptop, but you print it out and it's all blurry. And that's because of low resolution. So when you have created your art, you always want to use the upscale feature. You always want to upscale it in Artistly or Canva, and then you'll get the pixels that you need, and then you want to convert it to 300 dpi, and that way you're going to always get a crisp, sharp image, and it also looks great when it's printed out. So mistake number 5, this is the prompt overload, and this is when you over prompt. So don't do this. This prompt is way too long and way too confusing. So this is when you've written a novel or you've given the AI 50 different instructions. It gets confused and it starts ignoring half of the instructions. So keep it simple. So why this confuses the AI? So in that prompt, it has contradicting styles. It asks for a painting and a photograph. The AI won't know which texture to apply, so it usually comes out looking like something like plastic. So it says in here, I want it to look like a painting, but also kind of like a photograph. That's confusing for the AI. You've also got contradicting colours. It asks for bright and muted. The AI will likely produce muddy or greyish tones. It has too many subjects. You have a flower, a vase, a table, a cabin, a window, snow, and a cat. The AI will likely make the flower tiny or put the cat inside the vase or something like that because it's going to get confused. And you've used too many fluff words like beautiful or very pretty and maybe, which is what we were talking about before with just a beautiful word. So instead, the subject could be a single deep red rose style, vintage oil painting, details, intricate petal textures, isolated on a white background, the mood, soft moody lighting. So a more polished prompt would be a single deep red rose with dewdrops, a vintage oil painting style, isolated on a flat white background, intricate petal textures, soft moody lighting, 300 dpi. So stick to the 4-step formula: subject, style, details and mood, and under 40 or 50 words. So it's just a little bit of technique. So if you've been struggling with wonky art, not getting what you want, try these fixes today. And don't forget, if you want my prompt architect guide, which I have given you 10 free prompts which have been using prompt architect style that I've created, subject, style, details and mood, you can download it free in the description. And also I have a free treat for my Digital Design Club members. I'm going to teach you how to make your own custom GPT. So this one is called Granny's Prompt Polisher. It transforms simple craft ideas into professional 4-step AI prompts for Artistly and Canva. So if you're a member of my Digital Design Club, which is linked below, I'm going to show you how to make this this GPT for you. So take a look in the group, in the posts, look under the GPT section, and you'll find it there. Okay, so thanks so much, guys, for watching. So we've been focusing on prompt engineering this week, and next week we're going to focus on Etsy and Etsy SEO, Etsy listing, and all that type of thing. So I hope to see you there. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.